Okay guys, thank you for having us. Can you explain us a bit what Ghost Recon Wildlands is all about?
Yes, so Ghost Recon Wildlands is a military shooter set in a massive open world that's been designed to be played both in solo and with up to 3 friends in co-op. The game is set in Bolivia about 4 years from now. The Ghosts, who are an elite set of soldiers, have been dropped behind enemy lines to basically cause chaos and to break up the alliance between the Santa Blanca drug cartel and the corrupt government.
Okay, so it's a lot about drugs, about fighting drug crimes. When I saw the trailer for the first time, I was like, is this Call of Juarez? What is this all about? Can you explain a little bit what type of gameplay we can expect? Is it raiding villages, raiding bases, etc.?
So on this, the key thing is that for the first time in the gaming history, this game is at the same time a military shooter, co-op and open world. So the types of mission you're going to do are always linked to that, which means that you're sent behind enemy lines as a military, attacking camps, going with vehicles, finding some resources that are all over the ground. Like for instance, we had the case of finding the cocaine shipment to disrupt the cartel. But everything you're going to be doing will be in line with the fact that you're a soldier, elite soldier sent behind enemy lines, and you can do this with up to 3 friends in the open world.
Whitehead is cured, let's go. Can't fight the friction!
It is an online co-op shooter, but do you need to be online? Do you need to play it together?
No, exactly like in our previous game, Future Soldier, the game is always with 4 characters, but out of those 4 characters, you only need 1 person who is a player. So if you play it alone, you don't need to be always connected, and you can play the game as a solo game.
You'll play it with, it's always a 4-man team, so when you play it by yourself, you're going to be supported by AI teammates.
The previous Ghost Recon games were far more linear. This seems like to fit more into the Ubisoft concept of open world, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, etc. What kind of elements did you borrow from those other Ubisoft games?
So on this, the key thing, you know, I've worked, and many guys from the team have worked on previous Ghost Recon games, so we have a very good understanding of that. And the key is that the reason why we've gone open world was because we wanted to push the core of the game, the tactical elements, to the max. So for us, the only way to be fully tactical with this new generation of consoles, so that you can choose the time of the day, the location, the vehicle, the weapon, was to develop the open world. However, we didn't look at it in terms of formula, but this sort of open world has never been done before, because all the structure is non-linear. All the missions can be completed in any order, and traditional things like mission givers are not inside the game. So we use the word open world to make ourselves understood, but if there's one word to have in mind, it's something about being tactical with the new generation of consoles and the possibilities of the PCs.
If there's no structure, how do you book progress? How do you classify progress in this game?
So we have a very strong campaign which is based around the destabilization of the drug cartel. And so what we've done is we've created a massive open world. It's full of systems that are running in real time. We have a real day-night cycle. We have a real agenda for every NPC in the world, has jobs and lives that they run. They go to market on a Wednesday, they go to church on a Sunday. The backdrop of that is we have the cartels, we have the corrupt military factions that have temporary alliances that are sometimes working together, sometimes fighting. These things are happening autonomously from the player. And so it's really happening, it's really a living, breathing world. And then we tell our story within that. Now for us, as Noureddin was saying, it's important that we had the non-linearity, because we couldn't predict where players went, and we didn't want to force them down a particular alley. And we took that approach for our mission design as well. So we say we don't want to have it that this is a stealth mission, this is an escort mission. Instead, here's an objective in the world. It's extract this guy, destroy this target, etc., etc. But then it's up to the player. You have to see, look at, analyze the topology, you do your recon, you gather your intel. That's always going to be at the core of a Ghost Recon game. You share that with your friends and you make your plan of attack and try to take advantage of whatever you can.
Okay, and when is the game coming out?
At this stage, we are not talking about the date, but what we just say is that the state of the game at the pre-alpha and where we are with the demo is going to give you an idea. That's it.
How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? You manipulate them from the inside until the monsters wipe each other out.